Alright, today we're going to be going over a complete walkthrough on how to use the Mazda 3 2018. I'm sitting in a hatchback, but this would apply to the sedan as well. So you got your start stop button right here. As long as your key fob is within the car, you can start and stop the car. You can also, without your foot on the brake and the key fob in the car, you can hit it once. It's going to turn on this screen. You hit it a second time, it's going to turn on your air conditioning, let you roll up and down the windows. So that's that. Also on the key fob here, you have, if the battery ever dies in this thing, all you got to do is take this end with the Mazda symbol, and with your foot on the brake, press this physically against the start button. It'll still do a contact start. And if you need to get into the car with the battery dead in the key fob, there's a latch back here. You pull that, and that pulls out the key fob right there. All right, so over here we have the auto daytime running lights, parking lights, and then your full on lights. You've also got off and on for your fog lights, and then over here you've got your auto sensing windshield wipers, low and high. You pull back on this towards you for windshield wiper fluid, and then this is your rear windshield wiper back here, and then fluid, you pull it one more time. Over here, also push forward for brights. That'll turn your brights on, and then you got your paddle shifters back here. Over here, you got voice commands for any voice commands you want to use. Pick up and hang up for your phone. Info button changes the information on this screen right here. You just cycle through it by pressing the info button right in the middle. The skip buttons skip between favorite radio stations once you have them set up in the system. This is your cruise control. Mode turns it on, cancel off turns it off. This sets the distance where you're following the car in front of you, and you can set and resume your speed here, and plus and minus your miles per hour if you want to. Your emergency brake is right here. Pull up, it engages the emergency brake. It'll light up orange. With your foot on the brake, the car running, you press down, it will disengage the parking brake. You control the menu up here with these knobs down here, twisting this or using it as a joystick, and then selecting down to select anything you want. This is your volume control, and then quick mute by pressing the top down on that. Your thermostat up here. You've got, when this is lit up right here, it's on auto mode. All you got to do is twist it to control what temperature you would like it in the car. It's going to automatically adjust the fans to reach that temperature. You can press this one and control the passenger side separately if you like. You can also control this manually by increasing or decreasing the fan speed by using the fan buttons right here. You can also change modes to any mode you want by cycling through up and down right here. You've got fresh and recycled air. You have to be in different modes sometimes. Okay. Recycled, fresh, front and rear defrost. When you have the rear defrost on, it's also going to warm up your side mirrors to defrost them as well. You've got your heated steering wheel. It will heat up your steering wheel. And you've got your heated seats, which have 3 different settings you can set them to. Your hazards are right here. And then in the screen up here, we're going to go through a few different features. So under applications, you've got your HD radio traffic map. Basically just links up with your navigation when that's in. You've got your fuel economy monitor. In here, you got to select again to bring up that screen, and then you can reset and track your gas mileage from wherever you want. You can also go into settings and have it show when you turn off the ignition, and you can sync it with trip A. Under vehicle status monitor, this is where you would set your maintenance schedules. If you want to set your scheduled maintenance, tire rotation, oil changes, all that can be tracked through here. Warning guidance, if you have a warning symbol on your dashboard that you don't know what it is, it'll tell you what that warning symbol is in here. Alright, over to the entertainment tab, and in here you select the first one under audio sources. This is where you can switch between FM, AM, XM. These 3 are apps you can download on your phone. It'll automatically launch them once your phone is hooked up, and then if you use anything else to listen to music, you select the Bluetooth and have it running on your phone, and it'll go that route. We're going to put this on FM for now. And then under auto memory, this is if you're in a different city, you can go down to genre seek, You can actually scan through different genres if you want to, and it'll find different stations that have those genres set up. This is how you favorite a station. Hit the favorite button, add edit radio favorites, add 1015 or whatever station you want to listen to. It's also how you delete stations from there. So you would go into favorites, add edit radio favorites, delete 1015, and then confirm that. HD, if you're on an HD station, which let me get to one real quick here. You can go into this menu. It's going to tell you, you can go to the second stream or even third stream or whatever, however many streams they have. You can even turn off the HD radio signal and pick up an analog signal if you prefer that. And then this is your scan button, just scans through all the relevant stations on the dial. Your tune button is how you manually select what station you want to be on. The tag button is not always lit up, but when you're on an HD station, once it recognizes the sound, the song that's playing, it's going to light up the tag symbol and allow you to save that song information for later. It actually lets you know if that song is playing on another station. This takes you to the last relevant station on the dial, next relevant station on the dial, and then you've got your sound settings right here. In here, change your bass, treble, fade, balance. If you want to change any of these, you select down and then dial it over where you want it. I do recommend selecting center point and audio pilot. This is a surround sound. The center point's a surround sound for the vehicle. The audio pilot actually compensates for wind noise when you roll down your windows. And that pretty much covers the music section. So we're going to go back out, hit the communication section here. We're not going to connect a phone today, but all you got to do is hit connect, turn on your Bluetooth in your phone, and then it'll search for it. All you got to do is hit the Mazda button on there on your phone, and then it'll pair. You hit yes and pair on your phone, and you're all ready to go. In here, you can access your favorites, your contacts, your call history. You can manually dial a phone. You can see your text messages. Under settings, you can choose what's downloaded, what's not downloaded. You can choose which ringtone is used, the phone volume, the ringtone volume. You can have your contacts displayed by first name or last name. When you receive a text message, it's actually going to offer you automatic responses. These are those automatic responses. You can go in here and edit any of these automatic responses that you want to anything you want them to be. And then when you set up your phone, most of the time it's going to ask if you want emergency assistance call on, and that just means that it's going to turn on if you get into an accident, your airbag's deploy, it's going to automatically dial 911. And then you can always restore factory defaults there. Under nav, in here you've got a lot of redundancy. New destination is going to have pretty much everything you need. Find an address, you just type in your address here. If you need to change states, make sure you hit that country button first and type in whichever state you want to go to before you start typing in the address. Navigate home lets you set up a home address if you want to, and then all you got to do is hit navigate home. Points of interest, you can actually go in here, things by category. Let's say you want to find a restaurant, and then search. It's going to find all the closest restaurants. You can also have that search near where you are, along a route you have set up near your destination or in a different city if you want to. Once you have favorites saved, you just go in here to access those. This has your history of coordinates that you got, and then you can also type in latitude and longitude. Information, there's not a whole lot of stuff in here you'll use, but it does have traffic information. Help nearby is going to have your closest, like police, fire station, stuff like that. And then under points of interest, again, you've got your help nearby up there at the top, which will have the closest police station, fire. You can type in a name, like if you want to go to the closest Starbucks, you can go to Starbucks. And then search by category again. You can search near here or along route and all that. Like I said, there's a lot of redundancy. Change view just toggles between 3 different viewpoints. And then under settings, you can choose a lot of customization as to like default viewpoint. Whether you want like markers at, right now it's going to show you when you're passing an airport and fuel stations. You can actually customize this by going further into it, hit the fuel station. You can choose, if you don't like a certain gas station, you can uncheck it so it doesn't show you that gas station anymore. Guidance settings, this is where you change the guidance volume and whether it shows you these things or not, the signpost, junction views, or tunnel views. Warning settings, right now it gives you visual warnings for alert points and speed cameras. You can change those to visual and audio or turn them off. Route settings, this is where you would change it if you don't want to use toll roads or ferries or whatever. And traffic settings, right now it pulls from historical traffic data, that traffic map I showed you earlier, and then it does offer a detour. It does not auto accept the detour, and it only offers a detour if it's going to be more than 5 minutes. That's the gist on guidance. So we'll go over to the settings menu here. This menu here has the tabs up at the top. You can use your knob down here in a joystick fashion to go between the tabs. Twisting goes up and down on the menu. And then any slider bar, you just select it and adjust it by twisting it. That'll adjust that. This is where you can change if you want the active driving display on or off and what it shows and how bright it is and all that. The display is this, so you can turn this off or turn it off and show clock. You just press any button, it turns it right back on. And you can change the contrast in there if you want to. Under safety, this has all your safety systems in here and a bunch of different settings you can customize or even turn on and off these systems. You just go in here and set them how you like, and it will allow you to use everything the way you want it used. Under sound, takes you back to that same sound menu where we were at before for the in the music section. Under clock, as long as you have GPS sync on, you should be linked up with the GPS and have the right time in your vehicle. Under vehicle, you can turn off your rain sensing wipers. You can customize how your door locks work. You can even have them lock as you walk away with the key fob. And then same thing for turn signals. You can turn those volume down. You can actually, we've got a lane change turn, which just does a 3 flash turn. You can turn that functionality off. And then under lighting, again, you can customize how the lighting works in a lot of different scenarios. And here, turn your high beam control, which is where it turns the brights on and off automatically for you, and your adaptive front lighting system's off, which is where it turns into the turns up to 15 degrees and self levels coming over the top of hills. So again, you can customize a lot of that, how it works for you. Under devices, if you want to set up a second Bluetooth device, this is where you would go to do that, and then you go in here to select which one is active. And then under system, you can change if you want it set to Celsius and kilometers. Let's say you're going to Canada, you can even change the language in here if you want to. That's the gist of it. We got we got home link buttons up here. The instructions to how to set those are going to be in your large book, and just look up home link in there. And this is your on and off for your auto dimming mirror. The auto dimming mirror will light up green right here if it's on. And then up here, you've got all lights on, all lights off, door mode. You can press these individually. And then this is a one touch back, one touch forward if it went all the way back. Push it up to pop the back, and then forward to bring it back down. If you have any questions that I didn't cover, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. And then please do subscribe to our channel to get some more great information on the Mazdas here. Hope this helped, and have a great day.